Our protagonist was enjoying some private time when a mysterious system suddenly appeared before him. Somehow, 𝒕kung got sucked into a brutal Murim-style game world and found himself trapped. With no logout button, death in this digital world means permanent game over in reality too. He learns he is the third son of the Jin family, and clears his very first quest. Checking his stats, he is disappointed to see he is only at the lowly third-tier martial artist stage. He spends his 100 bonus points on strength, durability, and agility to beef up his character. Shockingly, he has 0 skills because the original owner of this body spent all his time in brothels. Thankfully, a level up grants him 100 more points to fix this pathetic weakling's build. After dumping points into his inner and outer power, 𝒕kung transforms into a muscular powerhouse. He equips his only item, a grade 3 protective robe, feeling ready for the dangers ahead. The light but sturdy fabric completes his second quest, granting him a powerful new weapon. It is a grade 2 swiftness spear with a 5% chance to inflict a deadly bleed effect. Quest 3 arrives. Exterminate a bandit gang. Right on cue, a group of thugs blocks his path. Their leader, 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆, is a notorious criminal who extorts anyone passing through the 5 Great Mountains. Known for his absolute brutality, 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 is the living nightmare of every local villager. The carriage driver asks to handle them, making 𝒕kung think he found a hidden martial arts master. The driver warns the bandits to flee, claiming the man inside is a young master of the Jin clan. 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 demands proof before backing down, forcing the driver to ask 𝒕kung to step outside. The old man mistakenly believes 𝒕kung is the second son, a legendary genius of the family. But 𝒕kung reveals he is just the infamous third son, shattering the driver's high expectations. The atmosphere turns icy as the driver realizes he is protecting the family's biggest loser. Once 𝒕kung confirms his identity, the poor old driver literally faints from the pure shock. The bandits burst into laughter, realizing they are not facing the genius, but the family's trash. 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 mockingly orders one of his underlings to go and slaughter the useless noble. The thug hurls an axe, and for a second, 𝒕kung fears his journey is ending early. But the axe falls short, revealing that these bandits are just as pathetic as his old self. Realizing only the leader is a threat, 𝒕kung decides it is time to teach these fools a lesson. He raises his hands in fake surrender, tricking the bandits into dropping their guard completely. They mock him for being a coward, unaware that they are staring into the eyes of death. As 𝒕kung closes in, the bandit leader has no idea that his life is about to end. Suddenly, 𝒕kung explodes with power, shattering the ground and moving like a flash of lightning. 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 tries to draw his weapon, but 𝒕kung is already upon him with terrifying speed. He summons the swiftness spear, shattering the bandit's defense and piercing his heart in one strike. 1 kill, 1 level up. 𝒕kung gains 10 status points and 10 skill points instantly. The remaining bandits freeze in terror, watching their invincible leader die in a single second. When 𝒕kung asks who is next, the thugs immediately beg for mercy, citing their old mothers. Quest cleared. The system rewards him for suppressing the gang, but the best is yet to come. The driver wakes up to a miracle. The terrifying 5 Great Mountain bandits have been decimated. Seeing his master's godlike power, the old man wonders if this is truly the useless playboy. Now at level 11, 𝒕kung's constitution hits 70, while his internal power reaches 50. He unlocks the Jin family's secret martial arts, though he needs more levels to master them. Quest 4 appears. Master Qi, control. The system's tone becomes suddenly grave. Failure means Qi deviation or death. 𝒕kung tries to decline this high-stakes gamble, but the system is not asking, it is demanding. The refuse option is completely blocked off. Faced with 2 agree buttons, 𝒕kung realizes he has no choice but to keep moving forward. Think you can reject the system? Think again. The login is forced and the journey begins. After cursing the system's entire bloodline, 𝒕kung is sucked into a mysterious white dimension. In this void of nothingness, a silver-haired elder beckons him with a cryptic smile. Suddenly, he's frozen by a lightning-fast strike. Don't move. I'm helping you focus, the old man says. Mastering the flow of Qi within your veins is the foundation for any true martial god. It builds your inner power and sharpens the mind toward the pinnacle of martial arts. The secret techniques of the Jin family are passed down. Mission 4. Success. Main quest unlocked. Return to reality. 𝒕kung feels a legendary power awakening within him. He touches his dantian, feeling the cheat tier energy as the carriage enters Jin family lands. Driver, slow down. It's time to test his new scouter-like skill on everything around him. Skill activated. Chi sensing. He can now see through anyone below level 30 instantly. Within 30 meters, everyone's strength is revealed. The coachman? A mere level 4 weakling. This cheat is incredibly useful. Suddenly, a golden notification pops up before his eyes. Reach level 30 and 500 fame to unlock the logout button. Tears of joy stream down his face. Finally, a clear path back home. Ha ha ha, it's just a game, he laughs. With his pro gamer experience, this speedrun will be easy. He vows to hunt down the game developers later. Soon, the carriage stops at the gates. Halt! State your name and business. The gate captain barks with authority. But once he recognizes the third young master, his respectful tone turns to pure frost. Show your papers, master. No one enters without proof of identity. Taekung claims he's a level 2 warrior, but the captain just sneers at his words. Where has he been? The Red Lotus Pavilion. The captain's disgust reaches its peak. To the guards, he's just a spoiled playboy who wastes the family fortune on women. They even hint he's been stealing from the clan funds just to fund his lust. Stop dragging our name through the mud, the guard warns. Try living like a human. The guard walks away coolly, leaving our main character fuming with silent rage. You dare insult me, he growls. Minutes later, the butler reports the news to the patriarch. Sir, the third young master was beaten and has been taken to the infirmary. The butler leaves, but instead of anger, the patriarch's face lights up with joy. Flashback. The duel was brutal. Taekung lacked experience and took hit after hit, but despite the disadvantage, he managed to land one solid strike on the captain. That one hit drove the guard into a fury, leading to Taekung's current state. He wakes up in the infirmary, his body screaming in pain. Status window. Open. He dumps every single stat point into stamina. That guard will pay for this later. Suddenly, a massive, powerful man enters. Sensing skill. Failed. The level is too high. This mountain of a man is the Jin Patriarch and Taekung's older brother in this world. He orders the guards out, preparing to give his troublesome brother a physical lesson. You brat. When will you stop gambling and chasing women with the family's money? It's a performance for the outsiders. In reality, he secretly dotes on his little brother. Taekung plays the amnesia card. I don't remember anything. I've totally lost my memory. Tired of the lecturing, he heads back to his own courtyard to plan his rise. He opens the door to his room, but what awaits him inside is unexpected. Deep down, this big brother truly dotes on his youngest sibling. Meanwhile, Taekung plays the amnesia card. Claiming his past is a total blank. The questions keep coming. Fed up, Taekung finally holds up a sign. I seriously remember nothing. Once recovered, he heads home. But the moment he opens his door, everything shifts. Faced with a mountain of designer outfits, I wonder if this guy was a fashionista. Moving on to the study, I discover a manual titled Three-Legged War Technique. Suddenly, the system flickers to life with a crucial prompt. Do you wish to learn this skill? Wait, a 3 out of 10 limit? I only have 10 mastery slots. I toss that trash aside. Why waste slots on garbage when a goldmine of secret techniques surrounds me here? My eyes land on the supreme arts of the Demon King. Now that sounds like a god-tier martial cheat, except it's just a spicy adult novel. I guess you really can't judge a secret manual by its cover. That night, the family head and his guard patrol the courtyard. They stop outside the third young master's quarters. Noticing the lights are still burning, they approach curiously. Suddenly, heavy, ragged breathing echoes from within the room. The guard fumes, assuming a girl was smuggled in. The brother cautiously peeks through the door to check. But the reality is a shock. Our hero is desperately grinding through a bizarre and grueling martial art. The movements are brutal, leaving him crashing to the floor. Who the hell designed this cursed, twisted technique? Seeing his brother's newfound dedication, a proud smile tugs at the family head's lips. The loser is finally changing. After a grueling struggle, the system quest clears. But this massive library is filled with more smut than scrolls. Over half the collection is 18+ trash. It takes forever to find even a single legitimate martial manual. Success! I've mastered the Xin family's secret leg techniques. I grab a stack of manuals and head out. Wait, is that a red book tucked in his waistband? The Demon King's arts are coming along too. 6 days have passed since I was sucked into this game world. My senses are sharpening with every breath. My mind is crystal clear, and the constant fatigue is vanishing. The family head beams at my rapid progress, but the guard remains cold, reminding him of the vultures, the clan elders who are currently circling for blood. Those old fossils are a nightmare. My lord, the third young master has emptied the treasury 5 times now, not to mention all the family heirlooms he's secretly pawned off. The guard is reaching his breaking point. The elders are using the brat's failures to attack the family head. Yet, he still chooses to protect him. Having witnessed his brother's secret training, the head makes a bold move to shield him from the elders. By my authority, for breaking 14 clan laws, the third young master is sentenced to the training cave, an indefinite sentence of absolute isolation. The guards rush in to bind the criminal, which happens to be me. Are you kidding me? I asked for a training room, not a godforsaken prison cell. This is total madness. Young master, stay calm, the guard pleads. But I'm already on the floor, throwing a full-blown tantrum. No way. I won't go. I want a training field, not a dungeon. That's enough. Get up right now. When the soft approach fails, the guard's voice suddenly booms inside my mind. It's the legendary technique, telepathy. Listen closely. You are being watched by the Elder's spies. I am using sound transmission to speak privately. This punishment is a calculated ruse by your brother. You must disappear for a while to stay safe. 7 days in the cave? Let's haggle, make it 3. I try to negotiate, but the guard isn't budging. 7 days. No more, no less. Seeing the murderous glint in his eyes, I quickly shut my mouth. Dragged before the family head, the atmosphere is heavy. So, you've finally arrived, my troublesome little brother. I can no longer shield your crimes. As the successor, I sentence you to solitary confinement immediately. He asks if I have any last words. One look at the guard's friendly glare, and I surrender. The order is given. I'm hauled off to the training cave, with my release date left to fate. I've prepared everything you need inside. Good luck, brother. Then, the massive stone doors slam shut. Night falls, and the family head paces his room nervously. Will he really be all right in that hole? The guard sighs. He'll survive. Stop worrying like a mother hen. But the brother's anxiety only grows. You don't understand how fragile he was as a child. Fragile? The guard can barely believe his ears. That fragile kid has consumed enough premium herbs to fill this entire room. He's a walking pharmacy. Did you forget he stole the 100-year-old ginseng? The Grand Elder nearly gutted him for that stunt. Meanwhile, inside the cave, our hero is ignoring the drama and mastering the heaven-piercing spear style, striking the red targets until they turn blue. 100 reps later, the system quest is finally complete. Ding! You have mastered the Xin family spear arts. Strength, stamina, and agility stats are surging. I expected a damp underground dungeon, but this training hall is luxury. I could stay here forever. Exhaustion and hunger hit hard. It is time to find food and let the body fully recover. Teki remembers his secret stash. Before entering, he swiped several level 1 nutrient pills from the inventory. These pills do not just restore vital chi, they grant hidden buffs. There is just one tiny, disgusting problem. The smell is absolutely revolting, like pure sewage. But for god-tier gains, our hero must endure it. Teki gulps it down. System alert. Nutrient pill absorbed. All basic stats will double for 1 hour. One tiny pill gave such an insane boost? Teki's eyes gleam with greed as he prepares for more. He pulls out a whole jar and starts shoveling them in. Suddenly, a crimson system warning flashes. Overdose detected. The medicinal effects vanish, and your body is paralyzed for the next 60 minutes. After a violent puking session, Teki wipes his mouth and restarts his brutal Xin family spear training. His spear mastery hits level 2. The training intensity skyrockets. Now, every single strike must be flawless. 0 margin for error. If even one thrust misses its mark, Teki has to restart the entire routine. This game developer is a sadistic bastard. Another hour wasted, but this time, Teki's focus is unbreakable. Dragon's thrust, flying spear, and the deadly returning horse strike. Each blow carries a mountain-shattering aura. Level 2 spear training complete. Suddenly, Teki realizes his footwork has also reached a brand new height. It is the perfect synergy. As his spear strikes evolve, his movement techniques sharpen to keep balance. Teki fuses spear and shadow stepping into one. He strikes. The solid stone wall crumbles like wet paper. New achievement. Body and mind as one. Xin family spear arts have ascended to rank 3 mastery. Back in the real world, a bespectacled roommate wakes up groggily on Teki's bed. Reality calls. Wait, I fell asleep on Teki's bed again? I need to wake that gaming addict up right now. Wake up, Teki! The sun is setting. Get up and eat some soup before you starve to death. But when Teki opens his eyes, he is still in the Murim world. Level 13 reached. He equips a new item. The Ring of Serenity. It grants total mental focus and a calming aura. His stats are exploding. Teki dumps every single bonus point into his health and physical endurance pools. He wonders, could I actually take down Captain Mujin now? The system responds with a new feature. Training mode unlocked. You can now summon echoes of past enemies to test your newfound martial prowess. Level 10 Jang Sam or level 20 Mujin. Teki does not hesitate, he summons the captain's phantom. The illusion is terrifyingly realistic. It looks exactly like the captain, though it is made of energy. Difficulty adjustment available. Teki sets the Mujin phantom to 50% power. The duel begins now. Teki unleashes a sonic boom thrust. But the Mujin phantom is a blur, dodging the strike with ease. The phantom counters instantly. Teki shifts his weight, retreating into a perfect defensive stance to reset. Now, Teki reveals his true evolution. A barrage of spear shadows rains down on the struggling Mujin. The phantom cannot keep up. Teki finds the opening and delivers a devastating, soul-piercing fatal blow. He decapitated it? 50% was a joke. Time to unleash the beast at 100%. Meanwhile, at the Xin family gates, a group of mysterious warriors arrives on horseback, demanding entry. Halt! State your business. Leading the party is a proud young swordsman with a sharp, piercing gaze. We represent the Hang Sun sword sect. Back in training, even 100% Mujin gets skewered. Am I a genius? Or are these phantoms broken? I have only trained for days, how am I strong? What if I give the Mujin phantom the Xin family spear arts? Let us see my weaknesses. The phantom becomes a monster. But even with the family's secret arts, Teki cleaves him in two. His mastery reaches a new peak. Level 14 achieved. The Xin family spear techniques are second nature. Spear mastery, rank 4. Name, Jin Kung. Class, level 2 warrior. The stats are looking god. Tier, 5 days transform me into a beast. Once I hit level 30, this world's masters are doomed. In just 5 days, he'll hunt Murim experts to reach level 30. Only then can he truly become. Home sweet home? Not for long. 3 intruders crash the reunion. It's the guard. 5 days? You weren't supposed to be out yet. To the main hall. The family head and elders are waiting. 𝑚𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 disciples are there. This name triggers a bad omen. No time to change or bathe. The situation is critical. The guard's face turns grim. Answer me honestly, third young master. Did you really try to assault the 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 sect's lady? Damn it. This body's original owner left me a total disaster. I keep denying it. Do I look like that kind of trash? Yes, absolutely. That zero hesitation answer hurts more than a blade. Should I run? No. The family head still believes in me. The main hall is a viper's nest. Cold eyes watch every step. A presence like a venomous snake crawls up my spine. Lethal intent. Level 30? Lyalgan. He's here to ruin my life. False evidence. One-sided lies. They've cornered me in a trap. I find the flaws, but he just throws papers in my face. Rage burns hot. He spits on the floor and draws steel. System quest. Defeat him, or live as a total loser forever. Level 14 versus level 30. The power gap is terrifying. The family head speaks. He knows this isn't about justice. What do you really want? Lyalgan finally reveals his hand. Give up control of Taiwan? That's his true, greedy price. The elders are livid. This demand is an insult to the family. Rejected. So he challenges my brother next. Denied again. Then it's war. 𝒊𝒆𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆 against the Jin family. I'll fight him. My words silence the entire room. The trash sun is stepping up. Everyone is in total shock. To the training grounds. The elders expect my total defeat. 16 levels higher? One wrong move and I'm history. my brother whispers. I've got your back. Don't hold back. Where's this confidence from? I just want to crush you. You framed me, didn't you? His blushing face confirms everything. The battle begins. A devastating strike crashes down on me. A total powerhouse. This shocks everyone. After all, they still see him as the trashy third young master. A useless playboy. Get your lazy hide over here and fix this mess, snarled the enemy, eyes gleaming. His trap worked. Li-Wen wears a wicked smirk as they step onto the Jin clan's grand martial stage. The Elders' Council mocks him. No one bets on Taekung. Though he accepted, he's actually sweating bullets. His opponent is 16 levels higher. This guy is no joke. One wrong move, and Taekung is toast. He might get slaughtered here. Suddenly, a voice echoes in his ear. Calm down, little brother. Just breathe. If things get ugly, I'll jump in and crush him. Now that's the ultimate brother of the year. He'll protect his sibling at any cost. Before they clash, Liu Hun sneers. Where does this false confidence come from? I simply want to beat you senseless. Taekung retorts. Liu Hun laughs. How foolish. So the trash actually has pride? My turn. This whole setup was your doing, wasn't it? Taekung counters. Liu Hun's face instantly twists in shock. What nonsense, he stammers. But that blushing face says it all. Guilty as charged. Let the battle begin. Li-Wen leaps, delivering a devastating downward strike. Taekung blocks it, but the impact rattles his very soul. My hands are numb from the impact. A 16-level gap is a massive wall. Without the Jin family spear arts, I would have been crushed by him instantly. I can barely defend. But Lai Sigun feels insulted by my stubborn survival here. How is this trash so strong? I begin to see the flaws in his techniques. I strike his jaw with perfect timing. The elders gasp in absolute shock at this. Taekyung actually drew blood from the young master. Lai is consumed by pure rage. He swears to kill me, but I do not feel a shred of fear now. I talk back with confidence. Prepare yourself for a taste of your own medicine, kid. My kick connects with devastating force. He falls, losing his blade and his pride. The high-born heir cannot accept losing to a reject. He lunges forward with murderous intent. I dodge his clumsy strike with ease. My spear strikes his weak points like lightning. He cannot block a single blow. The young master is getting a brutal reality check. His subordinates watch their leader get beaten like a child. They are completely horrified. They scream to stop the match. Even my guard thinks this is a wild dream. The elite heir is being pulverized by the man they called the family's greatest failure. The red-robed elders demand an end, but my brother steps in with cold authority. He silences them instantly. You challenged us. Now you must face the bitter consequences. Sit back down and watch until it is over, my brother commands with iron will. No one dares stop him. On the stage, Lai's sword is knocked far away. Surrender now, I tell him. But his ego is far too fragile to accept defeat. He uses his ultimate move for a final charge. I prepare my spear to end. He is charging into his own death. I do not want a war between sects. I pull back the spear tip. He takes the chance to get dangerously close now. I block with the shaft, but he has one final hidden trick up his sleeve. Blood is drawn, but it is just a graze. I am still standing strong here. His last gamble failed miserably. Now, it is time for my final, crushing counterattack. A single punch to the chest ends it. Lai collapses into the cold, hard dirt. The Jin family's third son has won. Mission complete, the system chimed in my head. My perception skill reaches level 3. I can now analyze anyone within 50 levels. The next day, my brother is painting my victory. The guard is totally confused. Is it beautiful? He asks. Sir, we have actual important family business to attend. He hides another masterpiece in his robes. He is truly obsessed with my recent growth. The guard is speechless at this display. But I have changed into a different man. Even I am surprised, my brother admits. My brother has finally taken to flight. He is an eagle soaring in the sky. Hear that powerful sound of his wings? It was actually just a messenger pigeon. It carries a secret letter for the leader. We are in deep trouble. The scene shifts back to last night after the duel. Lai woke up in his carriage, his broken body wrapped in bandages and shame. He cursed my name, swearing to take my life. Suddenly, a needle hits his head. An assassin appears from the shadows. A poisoned weapon was used to end his life. Your death is our golden opportunity. Farewell, the mysterious figure whispered in the dark. He vanishes without a trace. Only a cold corpse remains in the silent, dark carriage. Unaware of the danger, I continue my training to reach even higher power levels. I have reached level 17. Suddenly, a strange system notification appears before me now. Level 17 reached. As he sought rest, the system suddenly alerted him to his soaring reputation in this world. Jin Kung's power levels are skyrocketing. After crushing the 𝑩𝒊𝒆𝒓, the elders are summoned. The family head calls an emergency midnight meeting. Thank you for coming on such short notice. Before he can explain, 3 ancient figures burst into the room with an overwhelming presence. Everyone bows instantly. These are the clan's pillars. Jin Kung is ordered to step forward. One old man's gaze pierces right through him. Why is this old fossil staring at me? A mental transmission hits him. That is the great elder, our oldest ancestor. Show absolute respect. Whatever happens, stay calm and speak the truth. The witness has arrived. The trial begins. Third young master Jin Kung. Did you poison the young master of the 𝑚ount sect? What the hell? Jin Kung was just training. Do you have an alibi for your crimes? Proof? You need proof that you did not orchestrate this disaster to save your own skin. Jin Kung snaps back. Why am I the only suspect here? Are all of you somehow innocent? His defiance enrages the council. The elders turn on him like a pack of hungry wolves. They label him the root of all evil. Only a few dare to speak up for him. War is coming. The Jin clan will fall unless we hand this brat over to 𝑚ount. The family head roars. You want to sacrifice my brother without a single shred of evidence? Is this how the honorable elders protect our bloodline? By throwing a child to the lions? This poisoning is a trap. We stand together against our enemies. That is the only way. Suddenly, a scout bursts in, breathless. 𝑚ount has officially declared war on our clan. Ping! The system triggers. Main scenario quest. The war of sects has officially begun. Goal: force 𝑚ount to surrender or face total annihilation. Rewards: unknown. Penalty: death. Seeing his brother's dark expression, the family head comforts him. This is not your fault. Jin Kung is fuming. He did nothing. Yet these old fossils are ready to bury him. The situation is critical. The clan is drowning in scandals and intense internal strife. News of the poisoning spread like wildfire. The Jin clan's reputation is hitting rock bottom. Less than a day? This is not gossip. It is a coordinated information strike by enemies. Any word from our allies? Only one group has responded to our call for aid, Master. Outside, a mysterious carriage stops at the gates. The Jin guards intercept them immediately. State your name and purpose. A stunning woman steps out, her beauty blinding the guards. I am here to settle a debt. Meanwhile, the heir's corpse arrives at the 𝑚ount sect. My son. The sect leader screams. I swear to make the Jin clan suffer 100-fold. Disciples, assemble. Today, we paint the Jin clan red in the name of vengeance. Back at the manor, the girl enters. Missed me, handsome? It is Gunhua from the brothel. Jin Kung's eyes widen. The girl from the red light district? His brother looks confused. It is not what it looks like. Jin Kung panics. I barely know her. She is lost. Let me escort you out. Wait. I am here on official business for my organization. The eldest brother intervenes. Mind your manners, Jin Kung. This lady is a powerful figure. Jin Kung breaks into a cold sweat. Her aura is unlike anything he has felt before. Level 50. This entertainment worker is a secret martial master. I am Gunhua, branch leader of the Central District Sect. The brother is shocked. How do you know her? The third young master is a very frequent guest at my establishment, the Flying Red Flower. The brother is speechless. His delinquent sibling actually networked with a powerhouse at a brothel. Why help us? They ask. Simple, she smiles. It is all about the coins and profit. Our sect calculates every risk. Even in a war, we see a gold mine in this alliance. By backing the Jin clan, we plan to reap a legendary harvest once the dust settles. And your price? Half of 𝑚ount entire fortune and territory. Nothing less. A bold deal is struck. But will the Jin clan elders truly accept this sudden alliance? Internal strife is brewing. How did she learn of the family's discord? Did I slip up? Profit was her first motive. But the second? Her answer was dangerously simple. I just find the third young master quite charming. After an hour, the deal was sealed. The Jung Central Sect seized half the shops and control over the lucrative red light district. In exchange, they swore to keep all Xin clan secrets under total lockdown from outsiders. This alliance stands until the final blood is shed. The Pact of Steel is now complete. As she leaves, she teases for an escort. But our protagonist has zero time for games. Secret whispers leave the brother curious, but the night air soon turns cold and heavy. Rage consumes the third young master. The Hang Sun Sword Sect has begun a brutal massacre. Their leader is the infamous Blood Sword, 𝑗𝒂𝒄𝒂𝒎𝒆, a monster walking the path of slaughter. Hearing of our hero's one-hit kill potential, the elders thrust him into the heart of war. To keep him from the deadliest front, he's appointed leader of a high-stakes scouting party. System quest triggered. Lead your squad, earn military glory, and dominate the entire battlefield. 5 subordinates are assigned. 5 warriors who think they know better than their master. Among them is Murim, a level 22 expert who once dared to strike the young master. The introduction is met with cold silence. Only one brave soul dares to applaud him. Intelligence reports, the enemy is approaching Tranjiang. If the river falls, Tai Nguyen is next. Led by the sadistic Z, the Hang Sun sect leaves nothing but ashes and blood. Fate intervenes. The scouting mission is set exactly where the enemy horde is now advancing. The family head trembles. He fears for his brother's life against such overwhelming, cruel odds. Deep in the forest, the squad undergoes grueling training. The young master demands absolute perfection. Enough. War isn't a game for spoiled brats. The first spark of rebellion finally ignites. Murim and the others sneer in contempt. They see these formations as nothing but useless drills. The insults fly. They call the young master a talentless womanizer who sparked this conflict. A chilling warning is issued. Tread carefully, or face the price of total, lethal insubordination. Murim laughs. And what could a weakling like you possibly do to stop me? As your captain, I'll grant you 3 slaps. The challenge is set. The air freezes. Crack! Before he can blink, the first strike lands with bone-shattering, god-tier force. The second slap follows. Murim swings wildly, but he can't even graze our hero's shadow. The third strike echoes through the forest. Murim is sent flying, his pride utterly shattered. This is what happens when you underestimate a hidden, god-tier martial arts master. Meanwhile, 𝑗𝒂𝒆's butchers arrive. They show no mercy, slaughtering even the innocent and weak. The monster leading them is pure evil. Back at camp, Murim finally wakes from his nightmare. Seeking a pathetic revenge, he lunges at the young master the moment his eyes open. Bam! One more slap, and he's back to dreamland. Instant KO for the arrogant fool. The squad is paralyzed by fear. No one dares to breathe in the master's presence. Submission turns into respect. They beg for training, as a mysterious figure appears in the snow. A small shadow emerges from the blizzard. A boy, carrying a girl on his fragile back. System. Unexpected quest activated. Meet Seo-chan, a child whose world was burned to ash. His peaceful life was destroyed in one night of blood by 𝑗𝒂𝒆's merciless raiders. Only he and his sister survived the total carnage of their once happy village. A brave stranger sacrificed himself to stall the demons, allowing the children a narrow escape. After hours in the freezing storm, they finally stumble upon the scouting camp's hidden fire. Safety seems close, but the boy is unaware that the hunters are right behind him. 10 bloodthirsty thugs have cornered our heroes. They look like absolute monsters. Taekyung's unit has only 5 men. All of them are green rookies. The enemies think this is a free win. Taekyung immediately switches to a defensive formation. Turns out they are only level 13. These weaklings are just experience points for our main character. Taekyung sweeps them with basic moves. The system notifications start flooding his screen. Only one survivor remains. He charges in a desperate, final suicide mission. Taekyung pierces his chest instantly. The dying thug warns that senior brother 𝑗𝒂𝒆 will seek vengeance. Our hero doesn't care about threats. He's too busy savoring that sweet, sweet experience gain. Guided by the children, the scouts rescue a kind elder named Jia Trung. 5 days ago, 100 soldiers surrounded his village. They were absolute butchers. The Hang Sun Sword Sect hired these killers. Their goal was a total massacre. The village head sacrificed himself to help others escape through a hidden path. The hunters are closing in. 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆 warns there are over 30 soldiers nearby. 30 enemies? Our main character's eyes light up. It's time for some divine justice. He's already calculating the massive experience boost. This is a golden grinding opportunity. Tae-kyung promises young Seo-chun revenge. He will make the killers pay in blood. But 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆 is terrified. Jopi is a martial arts master who leaves no survivors. Anyone who resists him meets a gruesome end. Tae-kyung suddenly turns to the boy. He suggests heading back to the main mansion immediately. Suddenly, he claims he's feeling unwell. Seo-chun is confused. The main character looks perfectly fine on the outside. It's an internal injury, kid. Now, everyone pack up. We are retreating right now. The boy is stunned. Why is the hero backing down so fast? Where did the revenge go? 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆 asks for his savior's name. Tae-kyung knows his identity must stay hidden. He tries to invent a fake name. Suddenly, Mu-jin wakes up and screams his real name. The secret is out. Tae-kyung has no choice but to knock Mu-jin unconscious again. Elsewhere, Jopi finds the mangled corpses of his men. His eyes narrow in fury. Based on the wounds, he realizes a spearmaster is responsible. A high-level expert is nearby. This hunt just got interesting. Jopi's blood boils with the excitement of a real challenge. A scout reports a small group heading toward Tai Nguyen. One of them is badly injured. Jopi orders the pursuit. Then, the annoying Hang Sun Sect members show up to complain. They demand he focus on the main mission. They don't want him wasting time on revenge. Jopi loses patience and slaughters them on the spot. No one dictates terms to him. The predator is back on the trail. The chase continues under the moonlit sky. Tae-kyung's group finds shelter in a cave. He feels the weight of the village's tragedy. 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆 once heard the third young master was trash, a worthless, spoiled playboy. But seeing him now, he realizes the rumors were lies. Tae-kyung is a true warrior. He knows Tae-kyung is innocent of the poisoning. He's a man of honor. Suddenly, 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆 coughs up black blood. The enemy's weapons were coated in lethal poison. The toxin has reached his core. There is no hope left for the kind elder. With his final breath, he begs Tae-kyung to protect the children. A new quest triggers. The next morning, the group prepares to leave. 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆 remains behind in the cold cave. The rookies think it's heartless to leave him. Tae-kyung tells them to shut their mouths. This was the elder's final wish. He didn't want his death to slow them down. They are being hunted by a martial arts master. Any weakness means certain death for everyone. Despite the cold logic, the scouting team refuses to truly abandon their companion. Under a moon veiled by shadows, fate begins to stir within a secret chamber. Whispers fill the air the third young master is being shadowed. This wasn't part of the plan. The underworld sect is making their move. If things go south, we'll meet again soon. The shadow vanishes, leaving only a man consumed by ambition. I've waited far too long for this. The mastermind is the Jin clan's great elder. Meanwhile, Tae-kyung's weary group finally stops to rest. Jin Jung's life force is flickering out. It's a miracle he's even hanging on at this point. Suddenly, a chilling sound erupts from the thickets. Something lethal is closing in on their position. Eerie blue eyes pierce the darkness. A pack of savage wolves emerges, hunger burning in their gaze. The beasts see only prey. With a feral howl, the starving pack lunges at Tae-kyung's throat. But just as the slaughter begins, the wolves flee in terror. Something has truly spooked them. Tae-kyung thinks his aura scared them off. But the real threat is far more sinister. The wolves didn't fear the boy, they feared the monster standing directly behind him. It is him. Z has tracked them down. A murderous intent so heavy it freezes the very air surrounds them. Z finds his prey amusing. You're quite a curiosity, boy. I've decided to delay your death. I'll let you leave today. I hope our next encounter provides even better entertainment for me. Tae-kyung signals a retreat, but Z's chilling voice stops them cold. You've misunderstood something. I'm only allowing you to leave. These trash bags stay here to die in the dirt. Consider their lives my payment for the 2 days I spent hunting you down like a dog. You arrogant bastard. Tae-kyung's roar is cut short as Z moves with blinding speed. A desperate block. Tae-kyung is blasted backward, crashing into his men as his guard shatters. His spear groans under the impact. Is this all? Let me help you unlock your true rage. Fear is fleeting, but wrath is eternal. Suddenly, Z unleashes a barrage of lethal hidden weapons. Tae-kyung deflects the steel, but a comrade falls lifeless right before his eyes. It is over. Darkness clouds his vision. He realizes he never even learned the names of those he led. In a desperate gamble, he summons a spirit pill and swallows it to ignite his soul. System alert. All stats increased for 60 minutes. It is time for a desperate, final counterattack. Even with the boost, the gap is a chasm. Z is a martial monster beyond his reach. The Jin spear arts are legendary, but Taekyung hasn't grasped their true essence yet. Seeing their leader falter, the remaining scouts charge into the fray to assist him. No, stay back. If they interfere, the system's solo combat bonus will be completely nullified. The scouts go for a sneak attack, but Z's instincts are honed by 1,000 battles. A double palm strike sends them flying. Then, Z's blade carves a bloody path through Taekyung's side. The speed is incomprehensible. Taekyung is bleeding out before his men even hit the ground. Z's hand erupts in divine flames. A burning strike to the chest leaves Taekyung shattered. Gasping for his final breaths, he thrusts his spear forward in one last, futile act of defiance. Z snaps the steel with one hand. Suddenly, Taekyung's entire body falls into a deathly paralysis. Z cackles like a madman. Where did this fool come from? You are already a walking corpse. My holy fire palm has sealed your internal gates. Move, and your own energy will kill you. At best, your cultivation is ruined. At worst, you will experience a slow, agonizing death. Z prepares to end it, but the scout's desperate insults momentarily distract the killer. Fine, I will slaughter those loudmouths first. But in that moment, Taekyung makes his move. He summons a hidden dagger from his inventory and drives it deep into Z's heel. The tendon snaps. Taekyung follows up with a brutal, relentless flurry of stabs to the thigh. Z blasts him away in a rage, but both his legs are ruined. Taekyung slumps, dying. His arm is shattered, but he is still breathing. I will admit it. You are one persistent bastard. My path to the underworld was cut short as 𝒉 struck my chest. But I successfully summoned. The inventory blade pierced his gut a second time. Impossible. How did you do that? I saw it clearly. You were unarmed. 𝒉 screamed, unable to accept defeat by a mere brat. In desperation, he ignited his life force. His black hair turned bone white in seconds. With his hair now snowy white, Taekyung pushed his ki to the absolute limit. His dantian felt like it was melting. Then 𝒉 charged with flaming hands. Taekyung countered. Using his broken spear shaft, he unleashed a final strike. Divine Fire Palm versus Ultimate Piercing Spear. An explosion of energy leveled the area. As the dust settled, half of 𝒉's body had vanished. Notification. Mission complete. Target eliminated. It took ages for Taekyung to finally wake up. Third young master, you are finally awake. How long was I out? 5 full days, sir. You were in critical condition. The doctor said you wouldn't survive past tomorrow morning. Hearing that, the patriarch was furious and nearly attacked the doctor. While you were unconscious, many things happened. There is both good and bad news. Which first? Give me the good. The survivors returned safely. Only 2 scouts were lightly injured during the entire operation. Our fallen comrade was buried with honor. He was an orphan with no family left behind. A true warrior does not seek protection, but fights for survival by crushing his enemies. We will remember the fallen. Only then will their sacrifice truly mean something to us. I wonder what his dream was. He wanted to be the greatest martial artist in heaven. Now for the even better news. 2 days ago, a massive battle shook the region. 100 elite warriors fought against 200 vanguard soldiers from the Hang Sun sect. In short, it was a total massacre. Only 30 Hang Sun soldiers managed to flee. Their survivors equaled our wounded. We even successfully defeated 2 of their legendary masters. The guard was shocked. The family's worthless master had actually killed the infamous 𝒉. He suspected foul play. How could a loser win a fair duel against such a master? Regardless, the Hang Sun sect suffered a devastating loss. They have lost their justification. Our young master proved he was strong enough. He didn't need poison to win. Greetings, Patriarch. My brother, are you all right? I was so worried about you. Stop. I am a patient. Meanwhile, at the Hang Sun camp, a young man was beaten. Even if you are my son, you must be punished for this pathetic failure. Get out of my sight. Yes, father. Listen well. We lost because we were arrogant. Gather more troops immediately. I do not care if they are thugs or thieves. If we lose this war, We lose our honor and our lives. You have 4 days. In 4 days, we march on Taiyuan to destroy the Jin family. The next morning, Taekung was fully healed. Even the doctors were stunned by his godlike recovery speed. Killing Zopi granted massive experience. He jumped from level 17 straight to level 30. His stats nearly doubled. His life or death struggle was worth it. He gained a new skill. Peerless Grade. Ultimate Punch, level 2. Consume ki to unleash a devastating physical blast. The stronger the punch, the more ki it drains. Everyone's perspective of him had shifted. By defeating a master, he earned true respect. No one calls him a loser anymore. His reputation points soared. He is now as famous as Simba from The Lion King. Just a few more quests, and he can finally log out and return home. Suddenly, the Patriarch received news. The Hang Sun sect was rebuilding their army rapidly. Spies report they will strike Taiyuan, the Jin family headquarters, in just 2 days. Time was running out. Before he could even farm points, a new quest appeared. System: Protect the rear. Success: +10 reputation. Failure: -10 reputation. Something. Taekyung stared at his status window in disbelief. Level 30, yet still a mere second-class warrior? He questioned his lackluster rank, but the Patriarch couldn't see the digital screen. Instead, he smiled. Dipping a finger into his tea, the master traced a single word upon the wooden table. It was belief. To advance, one must first trust in their own hidden potential. Martial arts isn't just technique, it's the manifestation of pure conviction and iron will. Enlightenment struck Taekyung like lightning. He had crushed Lee Gun and slaughtered top-tier masters. I was already a legend, he realized. Suddenly, the system flared. Soul rank number 1 achieved. Level up. Skills surged as Taekyung ventured out to farm more fame and reputation points. In this world, adoration is power. Fame +1. His name began echoing through the streets. Back home, the girl he saved led him to the Patriarch. Luck was on their side. The poison was purged just in time. Meanwhile, Taekyung inspected the spoils from the mountain battle. A secret manual, a glowing elixir, and a mysterious blade lay hidden within the loot box. System: Holy Fire secret scripture found. An ancient, forbidden technique of the legendary Flame Clan. Item: Blazing Sun Elixir. Consuming this grants 30 years of raw cultivation, or a fiery death. Item: Nameless Cursed Blade. A soul-bound weapon forged from 10,000-year-old cold steel. This demonic sword evolves by drinking the blood of its enemies. Truly, a god-tier cheat item. The potential was insane. Mastering the Flame Clan's art would grant him absolute fire manipulation, but one mistake meant turning into a human torch. Taekyung hesitated. He wasn't a suicidal maniac. Safety first was his golden rule. That night, shadows moved as the Great Elder met a conspirator. Is the trap set? The Elder hissed. They planned to strike while the Patriarch was distracted. The looming war between the two great provinces was the perfect smokescreen for their coup. I will rule both Taiyuan and Shaanxi, the Elder gloated. A new era begins with my reign. Dawn broke, and the Patriarch gathered the clan. War with the Haiyang Sion sect was inevitable. They were outnumbered by masters, but the Patriarch's voice boomed with unwavering authority and pride. They are but a pack of stray dogs, he roared. Cowards with no honor or martial dignity. This battle would decide the clan's destiny. Death was a shadow following every soldier present. I cannot promise you will all return, but I promise we shall taste glorious victory. With a thunderous cry, Taekyung joined the march toward the blood-soaked horizon of the battlefield. By the evening campfire, the atmosphere shifted. Mujin looked at Taekyung with newfound, deep respect. No longer a trash third young master, Taekyung was now a hero. Mutual trust was forged. Despite his lingering wounds, Mujin's loyalty was absolute. He refused to sit out the coming slaughter. The Patriarch appeared suddenly. Taekyung immediately stepped forward, demanding a frontline mission for EXP. I need to prove my worth on the field, he urged. But the master's expression darkened. To Taekyung's frustration, he was assigned to the rear guard, the safest place in the army. Let me scout. Give me a real task, Taekyung pleaded, desperate to jumpstart his speedrun rise. His brother grabbed his shoulder. Your mission is the hardest of all. You must survive. If the Jin family falls, you are our last seed. Escape and regrow our legacy elsewhere. Those heavy words haunted Taekyung as the march continued the following morning into enemy territory. He befriended Gwon, the third gatekeeper. Both were stuck in the boring rearguard unit together. I wanted to see the Great Elder's legendary sword dance. Gwon sighed, feeling robbed of glory. The Great Elder was a mythic figure, a titan from the old world of martial arts. By the second night of March, the army reached the dark waters of the Hang River. Commanders gathered in the war room. The enemy was entrenched in the treacherous 8th Canyon. The narrow pass was a perfect killing ground. With hidden allies, the Jin clan prepared traps. Armed with 300 elite archers and top-tier gear, the stage for a massacre was set. Under the clan head's banner, 450 elite warriors marched toward their final destiny. Entering the 8th Canyon, Taekung watches his brother's silhouette, grieving their unspoken farewell. After a night alone on the peak, the scouts find him in a state that leaves them speechless. Haggard and pale, he hadn't slept, fueled only by the frantic desire to finally return home. His comrades spot strange artifacts nearby, a legendary martial manual and a glowing spiritual elixir. The Flame Clan's forbidden fire control art, and a pill granting 30 years of raw internal power. One mistake means certain incineration. Meanwhile, the unit prepares to retreat to the rear lines. Suddenly, shadows emerge. Black-clad assassins led by the treacherous Guizun have surrounded them. While Guizun feigns innocence, Taekung's survival instincts scream that something is lethally wrong. Gripping his spear, the truth explodes. Guizun has sold his soul and betrayed the clan. Steel rings out as the assassins draw weapons, outnumbering Taekung's scouting party 4-1. Guizun is a level 40 monster. Backed by high-level killers, this is a desperate, losing battle. System alert. Quest activated. Eliminate the assassins for massive EXP and fame. Failure means death. The slaughter begins. The assassins strike with lethal intent, believing victory is already theirs. But Taekung becomes a whirlwind of death, channeling Zhao Yun's spirit in a god-tier display. Guizun's arrogance shatters. Where did this mere scout hide such an endless arsenal of weapons? Despite the numbers, the assassins fall like wheat before a scythe against the scouts' perfect formation. The carnage ends swiftly, leaving Guizun as the sole survivor of his failed ambush. Trying to flee like a cornered rat? Not on Taekung's watch. Stay right where you are. Answer my questions truthfully, and I shall grant you the mercy of a quick, painless end. Who are you? Where are the true protectors? We serve the one true master of this realm. Created for a singular purpose, they are pawns in a grand plan 30 years in the making. The realization hits like a lightning bolt. Only the Great Elder holds such terrifying, hidden influence. The man who supposedly mentored the clan head has been a venomous snake all along. But why? Why would a pillar of the sect choose to burn his own legacy down? Including the Elder's secret faction, over half of the clan's military strength has already turned traitor. He helped unify the clan only to fatten the calf for his own ultimate slaughter. Taekung urges a tactical retreat, but Guizun's dying laughter echoes it is already far too late. The Elder's coup has ignited. Shaanxi province is about to bow to a new, dark master. Guizun swallows hidden poison, ending his life as the system confirms the mission's completion. Level up. 500 fame points earned. All requirements for game logout have been met. Finally, the chance to see his mother and sister again, but his heart remains heavy. I'm sorry. Please wait a little longer. I still have a war to finish here. System override. Forced logout in 3 seconds. Taekung's vision dissolves into a blinding white light. Captain! Wake up! The voices fade as he is ripped from the Murim world. Gasping, Taekung emerges from the VR capsule, staring at his roommate sleeping like a log. The unfairness of it all stings. While he fought for his life, this guy was dreaming. One neck chop later, his friend wakes up, dismissively blaming the story on too much gaming. To prove the impossible, Taekung forces the headset onto his skeptical friend and seals the pod. He sets a 10-minute timer, yet his friend pops out in a matter of seconds, confused. Are you insane? The power is off. How am I supposed to play this thing? Taekung stares at the unplugged cord in horror. If there was no power, what was that? Was it a ghost, a collective delusion? Or has he truly lost his mind to madness? No, the memories are too sharp. The manual. I must find where I threw that book. He begins tearing the room apart, searching for the one link between the game and reality. Suddenly, Taekung finds the system manual. This world is soul linked to the player, where time flows differently. Time crawls here, yet his senses remain razor sharp. He realizes if he masters this time dilation, he can win. He can save Big Brother before the Great Elder strikes. 1 month in here is only a few hours outside. The ratio is 240 to 1. Hang on, brother. I'll grind until I'm a god and return. The speedrun to the top starts now. That's the end of part 1. If you enjoyed this epic rise, smash that like button. Catch you in the next level. Goodbye, everyone.